You know what day it is? It is Behenko S-Class Saturdays. Now, before we actually begin, there's actually going to be another video later today that's going to be on a more VTuber serious kind of related topic, honestly, which is how VTubing is. But we'll get to that when we get to that. Today, right now, we got to talk about some elf tits, or essentially a lot of other wild and stuff that happens in this damn show, because this show just likes to turn up on whatever reasons they want to do so. But anyway, basically we come off of what happened last week. We talking about how the city or town of Leonard was basically getting overran by demons and whatever, and Arya is like, yeah, we gotta basically go so we don't necessarily have the same BS that happened to me like way back in the day, right? I still have PTSD from that shit, so we need to solve that immediately. But then we end up seeing one of the people that fought in this long ass war of Ragnarok come through, and essentially it's like, oh, he's like a legendary dude, he knows how to fight real well. You know, this man Cedric looking clean as hell. I ain't gonna even cap, he look clean as hell. But you know, I'm like, oh, alright, Cedric looking pretty alright, he's looking pretty damn good. Alright, I feel like he's gonna do some damage out there in that damn field. You know, he's gonna be pretty saucy. Ain't nobody gonna be out saucing Cedric. This man has a relationship with Anna, which, I mean, if that's what you want, that's what you want. But you mean tell me this intergalactic Frieza, not even Frieza has more sauce than this. Imagine complimenting the racists. But when it comes down to it though, yeah, this is the thing, and this man is fully into it. He's just like, oh yeah, I want some of this strong man dick. That's essentially how it is. Pause on everything, but that's essentially how it is. Which, again, that's what you want. I ain't saying not a word. Anyway, we basically get to see, you know, them kind of start up this whole little party to go to Leonard to go basically handle these damn demons. And in the morning, you know, obviously Ara is basically kind of like nervous about all this stuff, and Tama tried to cheer her up, and guess what she did? Kiss this damn cat. Just all contact, just straight contact, no hesitation. This is probably gonna be the damn thumbnail. Just straight kissing cats. I'm just like, okay, I understand that. I usually see people kiss on the top of their head, you know, all that type of stuff. You know, this is some, you know, honestly, I'll say it completely. This is some white people shit. 100%. This is some white people shit for sure. And it's even worse because she wants to get dick down bad by the damn cat. So it's even worse. We end up getting to see other people join the party that is, you know, gonna fight this whole horde of demons in Leonard's town. And essentially you got to see like two dudes, like an orc man named Howard and random ass dude named Danny that can actually throw a bit of swords around. And then we get to see these two fine baddies. Honestly, Marietta, and I forgot the other redhead's name. I can't remember, honestly. But when it comes down to it though, give me some Marietta, please. I just gotta say that outright. She honestly just a little too bad. Just a little too good. Anyway, when it comes down to everything, we have of course, basically the mandatory every episode Tama's lap pillow, essentially. Except it's not really a lap pillow, it's a titty pillow. And again, I have to say it, this man literally is winning at life. Man literally has the best seat in the doggone house. It doesn't make sense. It's honestly kind of crazy, but it is what it comes down to. It is what it is. It just is what it is. Also, we find out that Arya is definitely into NTR because she's like, oh, people are holding Tama, and that just made me feel all kinds of warm and fuzzy inside. I'm just like, huh? So you mean if that came down to be what it needs to be, if Tama started just fondling some other person's tits, you're just gonna basically sit there and watch? You like getting cucked? Huh? Which, we have a phrase on this channel for that type of reasoning. We have a phrase on this channel for that type of excuse. We see her that she wants to be cooked and cucked at the same time when it comes down to it. It doesn't make any type of sense, but this is what she's into. Should it surprise me? No, it shouldn't. But did it? Absolutely. For no other reason. But anyway, we end up seeing basically, you know, orcs blocking the damn way. They say, hey yo, Danny, come handle my lightweight real quick. And boy did he. Came through, saw these people, called them bums, and literally slashed them all in one go. As expected, as someone who survived that damn war of Ragnarok. I mean, if you survive in Ragnarok, I mean, you pretty much should be strong as shit. If you're not, you're basically the biggest hoe I've ever seen. I'm not necessarily gonna lie. But anyway, we end up seeing, the finesse that he did, and obviously Thomas like, oh yeah, I gotta see this. I gotta see this in action. I gotta fight with these guys because this is gonna be really good. As he says that, from again, the best seat in the house. We didn't even get to see the bath scene, which of course we do. It's etchy. But when it comes down to it, we get to see Arya in this sexy ass black top. Why? Why? It's so damn good. It's too damn peak. And then it gets even more peaker when we see all the girls getting naked. It's a great time. I can't show it, but it's a great ass time. It's amazing. Marietta looking mad fine too. Like, I wish I was in that damn room. 100%. I need to be in that room. Now, Vulcan is also on demon time as well, just a tad bit, and maybe this is because she's a cat, but I don't think that's going to be the case, because at the end of the whole thing, essentially when they're getting, ready to hit the bath, essentially Vulcan started running out the way, just be like, oh, I don't want Tama to just stare at me when I'm getting naked and whatever. It is a cat, right? It is a cat. It is an animal. Technically, it's not because, reincarnation, which was a knight, but still nonetheless, it is a dang animal. It is not going to be like, yeah, let me go ahead and shove this small cat dick somewhere. Like, it's not gonna do that. It's not gonna do that at all. There's no reason for it, right? And Arya just obviously is just ready for it, ready to see what goes down, and that's just gonna be how it is. Arya out there taking a nice ass bath, calling them shits the floatables that she got her damn chest, and yeah, basically the scene goes basically the way you think it goes. Essentially just massive tits flying in everywhere. The average trope of, oh, we're guys, we're behind the mixed bath, so, or at least the bath that separates shit, let's go ahead and see them titties, only for, Tom to come through and just, yeet them out of existence, and that's just kind of how it is. So again, it's your typical trophy stuff, but at the same time, at least we got to see, and that's just kind of how it is. It doesn't matter, they get to see, we got to see. That's kind of how it is. But anyway, they go into this damn dungeon now, and they see this crusty ass Shigaraki looking ass dude basically like, it's time to go ahead and use my powers. And that's just kind of how it is when it comes to him. He was not necessarily effing with the humans because he's a demon. We end up seeing these guys go ahead and fight these werewolf ass creatures. And why did you have to kick him in the balls? You didn't have to do that. All you need to do was slash at the dude and call it a day. You didn't have to do all that. You did all that extra art for nothing. You just kicked them for no reason. Man is in pain. This is the greatest amount of pain this man has ever dealt in his entire life. He had a wife and kids going home. Literally, he had to go home to them today. But he ain't gonna go home to them no more. And he ain't gonna have any no more. So that's just kind of how that goes. Then we also get to see Tama use a different part of his howling technique, where it's like, oh, I'll mix another element now. You saw me do ether, you saw me do earth, so now you're gonna see me do water. Something that California does not have right now. And when it comes down to it, look at the devastation. Look at this devastation. This is wild. That man right here is not having a good ass day. Like, he is suffering right now. But anyway, with all that victory has done when it comes to Tama, all this done is just, made Arya horny as shit, and now she's just like, if only he would pin me down with that strength and try a thing or two. I'm like,
oh my god, bro, is dick riding all you do? No, I'm saying, you literally got that nigga dick in your mouth right now. I see it.
But anyway, they end up finding the main demon guy that's basically ruining this whole ass town, which I don't even remember the name, nor care to, because he died in this episode, spoilers. But when it comes down to it though, we did get to see Cedric be on some crazy type of time, because the only reason why he joined the army is because he had nothing better to do, and he likes killing people. Okay. That's info. That's definitely info. But then we end up getting to see basically that, the demon dude kind of just like, oh yeah, well, F your strategy, and basically separated them by barriers. 3 barriers. Tama in one, Arya and Vulcan in the other, and basically everybody else in their own little, barriers, just to make sure they don't work together. And that's just kind of how it is. So Tama's having a hard ass time, but they eventually end up beating him with you know, Arya kind of dashing at him with like a light base attack. We don't know what the hell that is. But because she dashed at the demon man with the demon ass attacks, obviously he had one more trick of his sleeve, which is some demon ass poison. And essentially, yeah, they had to haul Arya's ass to the nearest doctor, which honestly, for this shield dude, props on him. Mainly because not only are you having this big ass shield, but you're using it to carry somebody. I don't know why. I just think that's some hella good ingenuity of the brain of how to, you know, work your tools around. That's actually pretty damn peak, you know? That's just me. But basically, the doctors go out their way to be like, oh, well, Arya's gonna die like in a day and a half, unless you come up with like a Earth Dragon's eye. So yeah, she's gonna get cooked. And Tama did not F with this. He didn't F with this at all. So he basically grew some demon wings, flew across the damn lands. Man's like, my fine ass elf is not gonna die today. She is not gonna die today. Like he was not about this. He flew from sunset to midnight to go to the same place where he got attacked by the Earth Dragon in the first damn episode. This man is dedicated. You need to give some props to this man. This man was like, I am not losing this elf booty or elf booba today. Not at all. And that's some props. So basically he interacts with the damn, you know, Earth Dragon, and obviously he can't beat it, but he does have one trick of his sleeve, which is obviously the evolution skill, which he's been holding off of. And with one flick of his wrist, he ended up just transforming, looking like Majin Buu when he's trying to regenerate, and then essentially turning into this Kingdom Hearts one-ass behemoth. Basically, that's the whole point of the show. He's turning into this Kingdom Hearts 1 looking ass behemoth with the exact same color palette as the purple and blue one. I think that's the color palette. And it's just like, what? Damn, you ugly as hell. Holy shit. And that's just kind of how it is though, right? That's just how it is. You look like that. This basically is the exact same way I imagine Konako be on when it comes to catnip. That's how it looks. But basically, this show ends off with basically Behemoth Man and Dragon Bitch kind of essentially fighting for that damn eye. The dragon already lost one eye, so at this point just kill the damn dragon, because yeah, if I lose both of my sights, I don't want to be here no more. That's just kind of how it is.